everybody, and welcome to another episode of Angelika's Journal. Yeah, I put my ponytail like halfway, so it's like a bun. I'm just looking at it. I don't usually do this unless the heat of summer, where right now it's like we're in fall. For the past week, we've been having cooler temperatures. Like the other night, it was like 13 degrees Celsius. My daughter said there was one night that it even went down as far as 5 degrees Celsius. We're August. Like, this is not summer. We've had hot and then cold and hot and then cold. And this is a pretty long stretch of cold. There has been a few people that have gotten sick and have a cold because of the, hot, cold, hot, cold. But anyways, that's not what this video is about. All right, so I'm going to do a little reminiscing because a lot of times on my video, I'm like, I think I've been doing junk journals for 2 years. Is it 2 years or is it a year? No, it's a year and a half. So I went on my channel and I scrolled back. And so 2023, I had done 119 videos. My first one was January 28th of 2023. Now that's my first video on YouTube. That's when I started YouTube. When I first discovered this junk journal was episode 24 on April 9th, 2023. And I watched that video. It was a chat with me video, an update and a new discovery. And the new discovery was the junk journals. And I'm like, blows my mind. I love watching myself. I'm hilarious sometimes. Anyways, yeah, so that video was in April of 2023. But I hadn't started yet. I had just discovered it. So then in May, I had nothing. I don't think I had anything about it. In June, there was 4 videos that was related to it. So there was the craft room tour where I was setting up for junk journaling. There was the Amazon haul to buy supplies for the junk journaling. Then there was a what's in my drawer. Oh, because the craft room tour, I think I did a quick tour, so I hadn't done it as detailed because, it takes a lot of time to do a whole tour of your space. So, and that one was strictly a craft room with all the different things I do. So then I did what's in my drawer. And then my first junk journal I created, it was June 28th. And that was this one here. This was my very first one. Now, I went through it. It's not bad. Not the greatest, but it's not bad. Whoops. Ooh, bunch of papers fell out. Oh, there goes some more. I had done pockets and tuck things. Like this thing, it has pocket there and a pocket there. And then this one is the other side of it. I had used accounting sheets, a couple of little pockets. I didn't do anything for behind it. It was just that one. Yeah, they're all glued down. And then I had come up with that idea with a paper bag. And then that one. Like, it's not bad. And there's that one. 3 pockets. Oh, here's a little, there, with pages. But I had just glued down a ribbon for the top of it and just glued it straight in. I didn't make like a cover for it. What else is in here? Oh, another one of these I did. Nope, that's not it. This thing where there's a pocket here. it's a tuck spot, and a pocket here. Oh, and a pocket here. And then on the back side, I only glued the top and bottom, so the middle is a tuck spot. See, right there. You could put something in there. So this was my first one. And I just did a braid. Oh, just the top is braided, and then the rest just hang. I was trying to figure out how to do dangles. So I did it with this, with three signatures. I took the strings from each signature. I had them end at the top, and then I brought them together. I made a knot, and then I braided it because I was trying to figure out, how do you do that? And I did stitching on it. You can see there's some stitching there, some zigzag. So that was my very first journal. It's still not done. Hold on. I'm going to pause you. Hold on. Okay. So I have a lot of words, a lot of sayings. So these are words. These are quotes. More words. More words. Bookstores near me. Oh, when I was going to go and... oh, here's some more. Napoleon Bonaparte. Show me a family of readers and I will show you the people who move the world. That was Napoleon said that. Yeah, so quotes from people. And then I have coloring book. Like these are cut out. They're full-size pages. Like this was a full page and I cut it out because the back of it has some more quotes. Thinking, the talking of the soul with itself. Plato. The whole is more than the sum of its parts. Aristotle. The smallest feline is a masterpiece. Leonardo da Vinci. And there's a whole bunch of them here. Anyways, so that's what I'm storing in my first journal. And somehow I'm going to be adding like pages inside. Like, you know, where you take a page that has nothing, like this. And then you use, you put in like a little booklet. And then you put washi tape to hold it in place on the... You flip it over, you do it on one side, then you flip it that way and you do it on the other side so that it stays in place. Or you can glue the back of the booklet onto the page and then you can just write in it. So this I want is my storage of words, definitions, quotes, sayings, like all that kind of stuff. I want to save it all in here. So that's what this is going to be. And this was my very first one. This one I created on June 28th of 2023. And that was episode number 55. So, yeah. And then July, I did two things. I did my Remax calendar that we used to get in the mail. I covered the cover and the back with paper. I added in a few extra sheets into the calendar, and I did a flower on the cover that said 2023, and I put a dangle on it. And so it was a wall calendar that I converted into a agenda. Well, not really agenda, because it was monthly. Like each month was 2-page spread, and then I added in between each month graph paper. So I turned that into keeping track of what videos I was doing and my analytics to get it to grow my channel. And so that video was episode 58, which I had done early July. Then there was an Amazon haul for the junk journal. I was buying supplies. That was in July. And then August is when I actually started. I had 1, 2, 3, 4. I started with episode 73. And I did 10 consecutive episodes. That's the paper dyeing, the coffee dyeing. I did some acrylic paints and some watercolors. Like, I went through a whole series. That was in August of 2023. And I see that, yeah, we'll say August 1st. I didn't put what day of the month, but it doesn't matter. August 1st is when I started, or even July 31st, because that's the haul for the supplies. July 31st. That's when I officially started doing junk journals. I did not do it full time because I was still doing my house plants and my gardening. My gardening was my number one priority on this channel. It was all about gardening. And then junk journaling was second, and my house plants were second, I guess, or third. And then after that would have been my seasonal decorations and my I tinkered in a few other things like sewing and recipes, and my documented my psoriasis, and there were like a few other ones there, little bits here and there, but 20 up until we decided to move, which was last summer, June even, of 2024. We had moved here, and then I started realizing, even though I had posted videos on the deck gardening and the house plants, I came to realize that because we are here now, it's not a house, it's an apartment, that my number one priority is being flipped over to junk journaling. So if I say, oh, when did I start junk journaling? You can yell out at me. August 2023. Now, like I said, I didn't do strictly this. I wasn't focused only on this. August, if you think of it, your garden, all you're doing is watering, harvesting, maybe weeding a bit. You still work in the garden, but not as much. The biggest and busiest time for the gardening was sometimes in May, then June and July. June and July was totally gardening. There was no time to do anything else. So anyway, that brings us to, and then of course in the winter, you don't garden. There I would have put more attention on houseplants. You can only record so much about houseplants, right? So then that's where the junk journal was filling in the time, from the seasonal decoration and the houseplants and the junk journaling, because I had no gardening to do. So that takes us from when I started videos, discovered junk journaling, all the way till May of 2024. I think it was the end of April or beginning of May. We were given notification that our rent was being increased by $700. That's a lot in one shot. So we had to move from a 5-bedroom house with a nice big backyard, a nice big front yard. Scott had his RV there. Sometimes in the summer he'd go sit in his RV and watch TV because it's close enough to the house. It got power from the house. It got the internet and the cable from the house because it's, Wi-Fi. And he could just hang out in the trailer if he wanted to. Sometimes he'd work in the garage. We'd do projects or something. It was really nice being there. It was nice big open space, but honestly, we were only 2 people. One of my daughters did stay with us for a while, but still, it's a 5-bedroom house, and we had it full. Not cramped, but full. So, yeah, we had to move into, and it came out that it would be this apartment. And we do have a balcony / deck kind of thing out there. It is maybe about 100 square feet, the deck. And yeah, so we moved last July of 2024. And so moving in, unpacking, some things had to be repaired. That got done. My garden that I had brought, the portion that I brought from the house, I realized that was too much. There's no way I could maintain all that. And there was just the magpies coming and digging. The squirrel was coming and digging. Like, there was a lot of obstacles that we hit. And so I decided to scrap everything. And this spring, I started from fresh. I cleaned everything down, bought everything brand new, well, except for my bistro set and then the 2 camp chairs with the table in the middle, and the shelves. But like, the deck was totally cleaned. I had bought a carpet even for the deck, and I decided not to put it out. He took it for the trailer, because I decided the way the weave is on those camping carpets, bugs can hide inside. And so I was trying to get rid of the bugs, get rid of the birds, get rid of the squirrel, and just have nice, calm, quiet out there. So last year I discovered, the first year was the bugs. And then last year, no, I lie. Last year was all of them, the bugs, the squirrel, and all of that. So this year in the spring, we bought mesh, and we put up the bird netting, the mesh, same thing. So we put that up, and it worked for the birds, but not the squirrel. The squirrel still got in. And so I started sprinkling cayenne pepper along the railing, both on the railing and down below. And then I have some tulle on either side to block the opening from the squirrel getting in, which he still got in. I put cayenne pepper on that tulle too, and he doesn't come anymore. But if it rains, like right now we're going through rainy season, I found on my bistro chair, the marigold, some of them had gone to seed. He has it sprinkled on the one side of the chair. He was trying to eat it or looking for the seeds or something. I don't know. So the squirrel did get in. You can only do so much. Like, I can sprinkle cayenne, but if it's raining, I'm going to go through a lot of cayenne if I have to sprinkle every day, sometimes twice a day, depending on the rain situation. So, yeah, right now, what I'm left with from everything we brought here, and the deck, from what I've attempted, I have either about 12 or 13 houseplants left. A few of them died. This place is very dry and very hot. I don't know, the building, it's just the way it was designed. It is you would never freeze in here, but you can melt of heat. Let's just put it that way. And then my garden, my deck plants, right now I have about 16 plants out there. I've got 7 herbs, 5 low growing flowers. So that's 12. Chamomile and peppermint makes 14. And then I have 3 flowers, so 17. Plus I do have 4 pepper plants, but they're not getting germinated. I did see a bee one day, but they get close to the mesh, the bird netting, and it's like they don't want to go through it. They get close to it and they fly away. So they're not getting pollinated. So those 4 pepper plants are out of here. Either somebody take it or I'm throwing it in the garbage, because there's no point. It's not going to get pollinated, and it's just more soil for the squirrel, right? Actually, the squirrel doesn't even touch the peppers because they're hot peppers, all 4 of them. So, yeah, anyways. All right, so The moving video, episode 27 of 2024. So I'm thinking it probably says 2024-27. But either way, or it could be episode 20. No, I think last year I started year and then episode number. So every year I start at 1 at the beginning of the year. And then when I end, that's how many videos I've created for that year. So I'm sure it's 2024-27. It says, yes, we are moving. And that's where I announced the move. And that's when I started packing. That was in May. We started getting rid of things. Kijiji, Facebook Marketplace, put a sign up saying, you know, I'm free, take me. And we would put stuff in the lane. And then there was a sign, 2 signs, free, take me, and stuff like that. So anyways, yeah, so July 1st of 2024, we were here. It was official. I think it was the next day we went out for dinner down the street. But that is when junk journaling became number 1. I did do a bit of quite a few videos about the deck, cleaning it, setting it up, varnish, putting a coating on the stone on the table, you know, setting up the deck. And I do have those, 17 plants plus the 4 pepper, which now I know will never happen again. Nothing that needs to be pollinated, I'll be able to grow there. So, plus the 4 pepper plants, which, like I said, aren't going to be there again. So, next year we'll see what happens. I'm thinking next year I might just do my herbs, a row of low-growing flowers like I did this year, the dianthus, the viola, lavender, alyssum, because if you have them in a small pot and you start them from seed, with our weather the way it is, it might get pot bound if it grows quick enough and the weather's right, but not guaranteed. So the alyssum and the lavender could grow a lot bigger in the right climate, but not in ours. Lobelia I have out there. Viola, which is the little version of the pansies. I think they're a different plant, but they look similar. Yeah, so the herbs, then the low-growing flowers, and then my chamomile didn't survive. It's not enough sun, because don't forget, even though we are facing west, we are a little bit of the north on the right side there. The sun sets out a bit as opposed to down the side. So we're not totally west. We're west with a little bit of the north. And then plus we have all of the trees blocking the deck. Plus we have the big building across the parking lot that's blocking some of the sun. So we're not a true west. We are west facing, but we don't have true western exposure. So a lot of those things aren't growing. My chamomile, it wasn't enough sun. It's brown. It's completely down. And it's not from the lack of watering. I had to empty the tray it's sitting on twice when I watered it, because, you know, I would water it. It was dry on the top and I would water it. And then, I don't know, a couple hours later or the next morning, I'd look at it and there was some water on the bottom. So then I would have to dump it, leave it, don't water it that day, wait a day, and then check it. And chamomile was not happy. It is not growing. It is dead now. So the peppermint is still going well. And then I have I think 2 or 3 plant pots with taller flowers. There's petunia, calendula. I did cosmos. That was not happy. Oh, marigold. Oh my God, the marigold grew so tall. Oh, it's doing well. So, like I'll take my learning experience from this year. Chamomile, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to put it as much sun exposure as possible. If I can, I'll try it one more year. Peppers, anything pollinated, no way. And then even my indoor plants, a lot of them are dying because it's just too hot in here. I can't keep up with the watering. So I'm leaving them alone. What dies, dies. If it survives, great. I'm not going to be doing videos on it. I did try 2 of them in hydroponics. So that's another idea I'm doing. I tried rooting the ZZ plant. I have 2 different methods, both in water, but one is with the leaves and one is with the stems. We'll see if that takes. I'll do a video on that kind of thing, but there won't be, no, not much over there. All right, so now we are here. We are settled in. End of last year, probably, because we had Christmas. I think I did do Christmas decorations. I haven't done seasonal decorations either. After Christmas, I don't think I did any. I did fall and I did Christmas. But yeah, the tree's up, but there's just white beads on it, and that's it. It's just sitting there. I haven't done anything with it. But anyway, so as of the end of last year, possibly January of this year, I've been focusing, I think I have, in my mind I have, because we were all settled in. Oh, in the spring I did do some gardening. I did start some seeds. But anyways, main priority is junk journaling. So here we go. Junk journaling. I am now totally focused on it. There'll be 1, possibly 2 videos a week. I am going to be starting the cover series. I mean the 6-step series. But I wanted to emphasize, because I still see videos, mind you, I didn't check the dates, but I still see videos on what's the difference between a glue book, scrapbooking, junk journaling, and an art journal. They are pretty much what they sound like. A glue book is gluing things on the pages. It's collage. It's taking magazine cutouts and making a picture, a vision of your own. Maybe something in your mind, you make a story, imagine a story. It creates a story. But it's basically just a book with glue and then papers that you glue into the book. It's a glue book. So that's pretty straightforward. Can you use store-bought stuff? I guess you could. It would be similar like a junk journal then, where junk journal you can buy supplies for, but you're not supposed to for a true junk journal. So a true glue book, yeah, I guess you could use still paper, store-bought paper. Glue book, I don't know. The way I see it is you cut out magazines or pictures from a book, stuff like that, words, sceneries, and you glue it into the glue book, and you make a new picture, or doing something artistic. But it's basically the only supply you need is paper that has photos or designs, or it's from a magazine or from a book, and you need glue. That's it. You don't need anything else. Scissors, glue, and your paper that you cut out. That's it. That's a glue book. Oh, of course, the book to put the picture in, the cutouts. But anyway, so that's a glue book. Then we got scrapbooking. Scrapbooking is a way of documenting events and memories and things like that. Um, it's not really to journal in. Um, it's not really. It's a memory thing, right? So people document events where they have a ticket from, let's say you went to a show and you have a ticket, and then you have some photographs of the people that you were with. Um, I don't know. I know with a theater you don't normally have popcorn, but let's say you cut out part of the popcorn bag and you glue it in. Um, and then you have these pretty borders and the pretty not stickers, but like pieces that go on it, like I don't know, a bubble that would be like movie night, or a star because you went to the theater. And theaters, I don't know, in my eyes theaters and movies are related to stars. How many stars? I guess if they're a good movie, oh, that's another thing. You could put it in there and then say it's a 3-star movie and put 3 stars, or whatever. Then there is kids graduation, or someone's wedding, or camping trip, or basically it's to store a memory of an event. And you would include photos, tickets, things like that, like whatever you have that reminds you of that event, that's from that event. You would put together like on your desk, and then you'd look at it, and then you would then do the backdrop in the scrapbook. What pattern paper, what borders, what other things you can add to it, and then you would glue it in. And then that page spread, that one page, I guess you could do 2 or 3 too, or more, but basically that page spread is the memory of an event, or the birth of a child or grandchild, or like it's okay. What did I write down here? Documenting event and memories. I can't read chronological, clear layout, and the supplies are purchased. So that's a scrapbook. Now, a junk journal. I know nowadays, and with every generation, things lose their meaning, or they get kind of tweaked or whatever. But a junk journal technically is a repurposed materials, found objects, mailers, and brochures that are garbage, they're not needed. Reuse of calendars, manila, envelopes, file folders that have been used. Like, in the office, they'll put on the cover what it is. Well, a lot of offices, they may flip it once because the other side they'll cross that side off and they'll write on the other side. But at some point, they're throwing them in the garbage. That would be used for a junk journal. You send out, you're a lawyer's office, and you send out some documents to a client. And the client receives the documents, and then they have the envelope. Let's say they don't need the envelope. Where does it go? Garbage. Well, you can reuse that as your cover, right? What else? Mailers. You get mailers in the mail. Cereal boxes, pasta boxes, anything that is packaging or comes in the mail that is cardboard that you don't need, and you are going to be throwing it in the garbage or in recycling, whatever, but either way it's going out. Those things you can use for junk journaling. That is the whole point of junk journaling. What do I have? Oh yeah, I already read that. It is basically using garbage or scraps. You sew a dress. You got some scraps from the material that you don't need. Little bits here and there. put it in your junk journal. Anything that would normally go in the garbage and would not get used otherwise, those are the things that go in a junk journal originally. Now, yes, I am very bad at it. I call it mine a junk journal, and I'm using store-bought stuff printed online. I know that's not what junk journal is originally, how it's originally made. But I do use some, don't I? Oh, online printing. Books, I've used cutouts from books, book pages. Those are books I'm not going to read. I do buy pretty papers and I do buy stickers. But you get what I'm saying. It's everything that would normally go in the garbage. That's what a true junk journal is. But we're in modern times, right? So, oops, I'll get to that point. There are two YouTube channels I'm going to mention here. They both, in my opinion, they both pretty much recycle and reuse and upcycle scraps, garbage, old books. And to me, they are, out of all the ones I watched that I could think of, they are the two that actually do the true junk journaling. One is Kathleen Mower. She sells her books on Etsy. The last few that she's done have been hardcover books that she upcycled into journals, and they're so pretty. They're very simple, not very busy, but so beautiful. And the other one is Joie de Fille. Joie de Fille. Joie, and then DE, and then FI. So it's not Joie de Vie, it's Joie de Fille. Joie de Fille. But it's like 3 words, right? So Joie de Fille. Anyways, she's the same thing. She'll take paper bags or packaging from Amazon packages, and she'll do some painting or inking, and like she does pretty much junk journaling, like pretty close to what the original way it was done. So those two are good for that. And then the last thing I want to mention before we get into the contest here is my series. I am going to try my best to start it next week. And I know I was saying 6 steps, it'll be for 6 weeks. But I'm thinking some of these steps, there's so many things you can do. And I don't want to necessarily leave things out. So I think this series is going to be more than 6 weeks. So next week, I'm going to try and think of 2 or 3 different types of covers. And I'm going to try and prepare. What I might do is prepare for 1 each day of 3 days. And then do, like each one of them. I don't even know if it's going to be 3. It might only be 2. 1 with paper, 1 with material. I am going to bring out my old stuff that I started. Mine and my mom's and Scott's. And if you look back on my videos, there is my grandkids' journal that's on the completed journal list. And theirs was a material cover. And mine, my mom's and my boyfriend's is also. That's when I was toying around with material covers. And then this one, my first one, was a paper cover. And like I'm trying to think, is there a third one? Because I'd like to do 3, every time 3. But I don't know if there's a third one. And so let's say, for example, the covers, let's say there are 3 covers, but I only get 2 done next week. Then it'll carry over to the following week, the third one, if there's a third one. And then I'll let you know when the covers are done. Step 1 is done. And then we'll do step 2, which is the pages. How to color the backside of the pages that are white, white plain blank papers. So we're going to decorate them. Then number 3 will be the pockets and tucks and all this other stuff. So like pages, like covers, I'm sure we could do it in 1.5 weeks. But pages, you can coffee dye them, you can spray paint them, you can do stenciling on them, you can do like stencil stamping and napkins, you can do just napkins. Like, oh my God, there's so many ways you can cover a white page. So that may take 2 or 3 weeks. Well, maybe not 3, but 2. And then the next one after that is the tucks and pockets and all that. There's tucks, there's pockets, there's windows, there's flips, there's there's all kinds. What do I have on there? Oh no, those are the materials to use. A fold out, windows, belly bands. I didn't say belly bands. Like there's so many things that you can do. So that will take probably 2 weeks, if not more. And then embellishments. Well, I mean ephemera. Ephemera and embellishments are endless. So we may be on those two for like a month. Now, ephemera would be the cards or the booklets or like that kind of thing. Whereas the embellishments will be the little things that you glue on to either the cover, the pages, the tucks, or the ephemera. So the embellishments are the little things that fancy everything else up, like 1 through 4. And yeah, so anyways, I've already explained all this. So there's also other tools, grommets, brads, buttons, metal corners, your jewelry, you got your dangles, and yeah. So I think I covered everything on my notes. And what time? Oh my God, 40 minutes of talking. Okay, so now I have to apologize. We're going to do contest. Contest time. Woo! All right, so Debbie and Tammy, they are glued. They are packaged. They're nice and thick. Look how thick they are. Well packed. They're ready to go. Tomorrow we're going to run errands and I will be putting it in the mailbox. So your 2 will be on the way as of tomorrow, Saturday. Tomorrow is Saturday. Unless I'm posting this on Saturday, in which case it's going out today. All right. Brittany, yours is right here. I'm working on it. You wanted the yellow little booklet? There's the yellow one. And I realized when I was opening it, this is the one I had Mod Podged. So there's no pocket on the front. This is the mulberry paper. I did a collage in this one. And this one has the little booklet. Do what you love. So, yeah. Pretty cool. It'll be going in your envelope. I just got to pack up all the extras that go in it. So whoever wins tonight, along with yours, will be mailed probably next week. I don't normally go out from Monday to Friday. I do all my errands on the weekends. So probably next weekend it'll be out. I will let you know. Unless I go out during the week because I need something, right? Stupid thing went on. Anyways. So, I'm going to move you over to this camera spot. And we're going to do the draw for number 4 and present the books for number 5. I'll be right back. Oh, it worked. I wasn't sure if I flipped the screen around to the back of the phone if it would actually record or if it would record the ceiling. But it looks like it's recording good, so I was able to flip the camera. Okay, so this one is number 4. And this is the one we're drawing for today. This is the notebook with the rounded corners. This is the one with the tea bag. This is also the one that I stenciled the back of each page, the same color as the front of it. So purple and purple, blue and blue. And this is the seed packages. I had the music here. So that's the green, the purple, red or pink and yellow. Now you saw these on the previous. Now I only had 2 comments this time. Tammy and Brittany. You each have a 50-50 chance of winning. So we're going to fold it in half. And then in half again. And then this way in half. And in the bucket you go. Whoops. Oh, Tammy, I'm messing up your fold. All right, there you go. Both of you are in there. So you both already won once. So that means you're going to be getting a second one. Now, Brittany, if it's you, what I'll probably do is put them both. I think I have one larger envelope. I'll put them both into a bigger envelope. Tammy, if you're the winner, you're going to get 2 separate envelopes because I've already sealed your envelope. So I'll just do another one, right? Whereas Brittany, I haven't sealed your envelope. So instead of using that envelope, I can use the bigger envelope and use that one for the next one. Okay. Who's going to win? Is it T for Tammy or B for Brittany? La-di-da-di-da, Tammy and Brittany, who will it be? Oh, I picked up both. No, you can't both win. Okay, I got one. Tammy! Tammy time! All right, Tammy, which one you want? Green, purple, red, or yellow? Let me know. Tammy time. Sorry, Brittany. Maybe you'll get the last one. So this, I'll pack it away until I have, Tammy, your address. You already gave me your likes and everything. I have it written down. So I just need to know which notebook you want. If you want to know what's in it, just, you can go on the previous video where I show it. And this one is the girly girl one. Okay, you know what? We're just going to take this away. Tammy, I don't want to lose your name. I will put it all together. And I will pack, Tammy, your second one up with Brittany's, like both of you girls and you lovely ladies. And I'll mail it off next weekend. So, Tammy, one will be mailed off today or tomorrow, depending when I post this. So this weekend. And one will be mailed out next weekend. So you'll be getting them about a week apart. All right, so now this one. Again with the doilies. And again with the butterflies. Or no, I didn't do butterflies. Okay, this time it's butterflies. All right, so this is the green with the white. Joyful. I hope you can see this. Am I holding it under the camera? Oh, I have it way up here, don't I? I could go right there. That's still in the middle. Okay. So joyful with the butterfly. Now these are die cuts. I had glued down. Oh, this is my shelving paper. Beautiful, having qualities of beauty. That's also shelving paper in the background. Another shelving. Oh, that one's upside down. Oh, here it doesn't look so much. It just looks like it goes this way. But this one, because of the butterfly, I guess it could go sideways too. I don't know. Anyways, you got an upside down butterfly in this one. Mulberry paper again. And here's a pocket with a bunch of tags. So I got this one. This is a retro tag. So is that one. Butterfly, butterfly, a feather with a flower, and pop music festival. It's a washi tape thing. So there we go. And then another shelving paper. This is a white doily. This is a 6-inch doily, and this journal is only 4 inches tall, so I did cut off the 2 inches. I guess I could have folded it in, but I thought a doily is very delicate, so I didn't want to. Here's mulberry paper again. This one you can actually see the full flowers. There, music and the shelving paper and shelving paper. A sticker. This is the one that I put these pockets in. You remember I had that in one of them? Yeah, they all got the pockets. Treasure each day. And then again, I threw in some die cuts. There's 2 of them. Ticket and a playing card. So that's the green one. There's the purple. Imagine. Shelving paper. Amazing. Causing astonishment. Great wonder or surprise. And it looks like this is exactly the same as the other one. Oh, it's a different feather, different flower. The retro cards are different. And then, yeah. So some the same, some different, all the same idea. And then again, oh, this one, it has I like the bumblebee. All right. More mulberry paper. That. At least that butterfly is not upside down. He's just cut off. And then there's another sticker. We can do anything together. And this is a what kind of ticket is this? Tram? Yeah, this is a train because there are different locations listed, and I guess you're supposed to stamp where the person's going, and then maybe how many people there are. I don't know. And this one's cute. It has little insects on it. A fly. Those are beetles. Yeah, they're pretty cute. So that's the purple. Yellow. Thankful. Again, a butterfly. Da-dee-da-dee-da. Laugh. to show emotions such as mirth, joy, or scorn, with a chuckle or explosive vocal sound. Oh my God, it's time for bed. Too late. No, it's not. I gotta post this still. All right, here we go again. 2 retro tags, butterfly coupon, butterfly, feather, flower, and again the music festival. So yeah, there's a lot of similarities in these. That's the same. Flower. Dreams do come true. And this one has admit 150 cents and an ace of diamonds. So that's number 3. And here's number 4, the pink. Beautiful. And it's a white butterfly. And then that. Miracle, an extraordinary event manifesting divine intervention in human affairs. Okay then. Again, the same. I think these butterfly cards are slightly different too. But they're basically a 1 and a 2 or a 1 and a 3. I think some of them there was 3, wasn't there? And then feather, flower, and pop music. These stickers, everybody's getting one in their package. Because I have a whole row. It's a washi tape. There's 2 different ones. There's a pop festival, and I forget what the other one is. There. Oh, and this one. Oh no, they're all the same binding. This one looks beige. Why does this... Oh, it is a beige. It's like a yellow beige. Okay. That's fine. This is a photocopy of that silk pink peel and stick wallpaper. You'll see if you get it. It's like silk. But it's photocopied, so it's paper. It's not real silk. But the wallpaper that I photocopied it from, it has a texture and it looks like silk. So I don't know if you can see that. Mulberry paper. That. Oh, look at that. That's a nice sticker. That's the pink one. It's a yellow background with music and pink flowers. That's pretty. Love fiercely. And this one again, admit 1, and this is the ace of spades. I think I used all the aces, eh? I think there's a ace of diamond, ace of heart, spade, and club. But anyway, so those are the 4 for the next and the last contest. There's no more for a while. I'm still going to be doing contests. Like, this is not the end of it. But for now, and this is going to be the last one. And then we're going to do the series of making a bunch of journals. And then maybe at the end of that, I'll have some journals that I'll, raffle off. Not raffle, but like contest. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed that. Remember to do what makes you happy, and everything else will fall into place. And Tammy, which one do you want? Let me know. Love you guys. I'll see you soon. Bye for now.